Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being patient with me. I know I've been pretty MIA and I haven't filmed a video since my day after Christmas video, which seems to be a favorite these days. But let's get straight into it. So today's video is going to be my very first eyebrow tutorial, and this is actually a very sensitive subject for me, and I think most women, because we now live in a time, and actually no, let me not just say now, big brows have been in always. When you go back to the good old days, Marilyn Monroe, Bridget Bardot, all of those classic beauties always had very thick eyebrows. And so now that is actually the style again. And I think it's one of the best looks a woman can have is brows, lashes, and lips. So I've been meaning to film a video like this for quite some time, but at that time, I didn't quite perfect my eyebrows yet, and I didn't get it to the place I wanted to. So there are a few things that I have done since then to now that have allowed me to finally have the eyebrows that I want. And I get compliments a lot on my eyebrows, so I wanted to share that with you all so you can see what I do. Keep in mind that not everybody's face frame is the same. We all have different structures, so you have to try to find what best works for you. Eyebrows is kind of like math. You have to practice until you get it right. It's taken me a very long time to finally get them where I want them to. So I'm gonna go into the steps as to how I do my eyebrows. See, right now I don't have anything on them. These are my natural brows. One of the things that I have been doing recently is I've decided not to get my eyebrows waxed. I don't recommend that for everybody. I have chosen not to because I don't mind plucking my eyebrows, and actually when I wax, I have such sensitive skin that then my skin turns red and then it gets bumpy, and I tend to break out sometimes actually when I wax. And threading is okay, but my main reason for not waxing or threading is because I feel that sometimes when you have the perfect brow and you just need to clean up, someone will go in, pull out just one hair, and one hair throws your eyebrow completely off. So that's something that I don't want. So I've decided to just pluck. So lately what I do is I will go ahead and draw my perfect eyebrow. I'll fill it in, trace it out, and when I'm done, I will go ahead and grab my tweezers and start plucking the hairs that I can tell I don't want. That's what I've been doing. Again, don't do that unless you're comfortable taking care of your own eyebrows and in that way and keeping them maintained that way. I started doing that, but again, I've learned how to give myself the perfect eyebrow for my liking, so that is why I have decided not to wax. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. The first thing that I like to do is with a brush like this. Doesn't really matter what you use. I use this sometimes, or if I have an old mascara spoolie that I've washed out, I use those too. Doesn't really matter what you use. So I go ahead and I brush my brow hairs upward, just so I can get a clear line and I can see exactly where it is that I want to trace my brow. Okay, so I'm going to use my Anastasia Brow Wiz. Okay, and what I like to do first, starting from this corner here, I like to trace my brow on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I do here. So I'm going to trace it from this point up to here without fear. You can't be scared when you're working on your brows. So you're just going to go ahead and trace it up. It's okay to make mistakes, people. It's makeup. Okay, so you see there, I've already outlined the bottom. Now I'm going to bring that up from down here without fear, okay? And then I'm gonna do the same thing back here. I'm gonna bring it all the way to the end. Okay, so you see what I did there? Okay. The next thing that I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the spoolie and brush the color up, because you don't want any harsh lines. So you're gonna go ahead and brush that color up so it will fill in your brow from the bottom up. Once I do that, I can pretty much tell if I need to fill in a little more. So I go ahead and fill it a little bit more. And I go ahead with the spoolie again. Just brush it up. Okay, so I've done the bottom. Don't be scared, guys. It's normal that this happens like that. Okay, now I'm going to get the brush. I'm gonna brush it downward. Brush my hairs down like that. Okay, so now I'm getting my brush. I'm gonna make sure all of my hairs are going downward. I'm gonna take my dip brow. Actually, no, I'm gonna continue using my Brow Wiz. Let's start with the basics first. Okay, so with my Brow Wiz, I'm going to start tracing the top with light strokes. And then if you want, this area for me is very sparse, so I fill it in a lot. Okay. You just go ahead and you can fill it. Light strokes are really important because you don't want to go too intense. And then the next thing you do is brush that color in. And then I like to brush my eyebrow up so I can see the shape I've created. Okay, so just by looking, I already know I want to fill this part in a little bit more. Right here. And then the front part of your brow is really tricky. Some people like to fill in from the top point of your brow throughout, excuse me, throughout your brow. And some just like to do it darker from this point on. So again, you have to find what works for you. As for me, I like to come up here and with very light strokes, I do like to draw a line a little bit forward like this. And I like to do the same on the... Alright guys, so I'm so sorry. My camera decided it didn't want to film anymore because there was too much stuff on it. So hopefully you got to see a good portion of how it is that I do my brows, and I think the only part we missed is the highlighting. So after I've outlined my eyebrows and I filled them in, I've gotten them exactly where I want them to be. I go ahead and grab anything that looks like either a light concealer, it could be highlight, it could be eyeshadow. So I am going to use Glow Minerals. This is something I bought in a salon years ago. Someone was selling a product that hides your under eyes, like the bags under your eyes and the redness, and I bought this. So I don't know where you could buy this. I'm sure you can Google it and find it, but this is what I use. And I just go ahead and get a brush like this, and I put some product on the brush, and then I go in under my brow. And this is the point where you can start cleaning up any excess color that you don't want. This is where you can fine tune that. And the reason that we highlight your eyebrows is to give it more of a, to give it more of a clean shape, and it looks, literally, it makes it look so perfect. I'm telling you. I keep saying the word perfect. Nothing is perfect, but I guess since I finally found a way to do my eyebrows, it's perfect for me. All right, so you use the highlighter to clean up your brows a little bit more. Some people like to put highlight above the brow. Again, this is just to clean up the brow and make it look a little more defined. So you can do that. Right now, my eyebrows look super dark because I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm just wearing this beautiful lip color, which if you're wondering what shade it is from Mary Kate, and it's called Merlot. Of course, I would buy a lipstick called Merlot because I love the wine. Oops, didn't say that. All right, so this is the shade Merlot. You know what? it's not a lipstick video, but I'll go ahead and swatch it for you. So that's the color of the shade Merlot. It's pretty pretty. And that's what I'm wearing. But back to the brows. So that was my eyebrow routine. Hopefully you liked it. It's gonna take some practice. Nothing comes out right the first time. And even after you've mastered it, there are times when they just don't come out the way you want them to. But that's okay. Practice, practice, practice. Practice, Patrick. Practice, practice, practice. That's what's fun about makeup. You know, it's you can take something like eyebrows per se. You know, I've seen a lot of videos of girls who hardly have eyebrows, and all of a sudden with these products like the Anastasia Dip Brow or the Brow Wiz, all of a sudden they have these beautifully outlined and filled in brows. These products work miracles. Makeup is an art, and when you practice, you learn new techniques and how to perfect that craft so that you can find your desired look. So I have found my desired eyebrow look. Still learning all the other stuff because, as you guys know, I'm not a professional. This is just something I do for fun. So every day I'm learning. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, and any comments and suggestions, leave it on the bottom. And I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Mwah. I know I have been MIA for quite some time, but as you know, I am the worst YouTuber. Nope, that's not good. Or maybe. Hey guys, welcome